What the Buddha said to the first person he met. On one occasion, the Blessed One was traveling along the road where a Hindu priest was also traveling. The priest saw him and saw something different about his footprints, and the thought occurred to him, how amazing, how astounding. These are not the footprints of a human being. He saw him sitting on the root of a tree and confident, his senses calmed, his mind calmed, having attained the utmost control and tranquility. And he asked, Master, are you a god? No, priest, I am not a god. No. Are you a spirit? No. Are you a teacher? No. Are you a human being? No, priest, I am not a human being. The fermentations by which I would go to a God state, or become a spirit in the sky, or go to a teacher state or a human state, those have been destroyed by me, ruined, their stems removed. Like a blue lotus rising up, unsmeared by the water, unsmeared I am by the world. And so, priest, I am awake. Awake, not I've become my best self. I am evolved. I have transcended, or I have ascended. Neither did my kundalini rise, nor am I in my oneness. Not that I am the universe. Neither am I the all, nor am I enlightened. Not even a god. The word Buddha means the awakened one, just awake. He didn't don fancy glasses to differentiate himself and take on a new name, change his clothes, or buy a fancy new house and horse or ox in those days. But his riches are incomparable, his knowledge unspeakable, his peace indestructible. If you want to see what a Buddha sees, if you want to know what a Buddha knows, then you must not see yourself as any of those, not desire or take on any of these new personas, for they also are all false stories and not what it means to be awake. What did he mean? It wasn't awake to what others are doing to me, or what the powers that be are doing, or what we're doing to the environment, even. These are involved with the world, mind, and illusion. So what is this about being so-called spiritually awake? What are you awake from? What are you awake to? Awake from the dream, awake to the real. What is the dream and what is the real? The real is unchanging, eternal. It's the only thing worth striving for. The dream is not a single solid thing. It's not a noun, but a verb. Dreaming is when many movies in the mind arise, triggering each other and continually changing into each other, during which time you are so fully absorbed in the movie that you ignore and are unconscious to the unchanging reality. That is unconsciousness. There's the dream of what's happening, and it's continually changing. And it's based on the dream character of who I am. And where is this dream happening? In the mind, in what I call the movie in the mind, and it's composed of images, videos, thoughts, feelings, and even smells and tastes. But this dream is happening in the waking state rather than in the sleep dream state. When dreaming, you don't know of the waking state. And when awake, you don't know of the dream state. So one may think that they're awake, but actually are dream walking in broad daylight and don't know it. Acting on the dream in the midst of reality, well, that just doesn't work in reality, but it's what nearly everybody is doing. Every movie character, there's one in every movie. Every movie needs a character. And the what's happening dream is caused by the dream of who I am. So there's identity as well as the what's happening. There's what you think is happening, and it's happening to who you think you are. Those two dreams. And there's actually who and what you are. And they're not the same thing. Until you're awake to who and what you actually are, then you will dream as the character. Until you stop dreaming as the character, then you cannot know the truth of who and what you actually are. And so this looks like a vicious circle. But waking up from the dream, at least momentarily, is easy. In fact, it happens to you every day, many times a day, because your natural state is to be awake. It's your baseline, your default. You can learn to discern dreaming and being awake, and to propagate being awake more often than asleep. And all it takes is a split-second recognition while awake of yourself, of your true nature, to utterly destroy the mental fermentation the Buddha spoke of, and along with it, the illusion of your separate identity, such that you never fall asleep again. So you turn to pay attention like the Buddha did. And when you take your turn and do that, you can see. Can you tell the difference between what is a thought and what is not? What is of the mind and what is not? I bet you can. Remember, to be awake is to have a memory of having had a dream in the past. But to realize it is gone, and so it never had any reality. Being awake, you only know the now, and so you can only speak of now. My name is Cindy Tevens. I'm the spiritual facilitator who keeps it real. And until we meet again, you know what to do. Keep it real.